Hello, and thank you for stopping by the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. I am Thomas Metal 75, and this is your Massachusetts Beer Review. And today, sadly, comes the very last beer review of the 3 beers that were sent out to me by Beer Man, the beer man himself from the great state of Oregon. He sent me 3 different beers, and I've done the Block 15 IPA out of Corvallis, Oregon, and then I did the fermentation project. Is that the one? Yeah, it's called the Heart Hands Hazy IPA. Again, Beer Man's information is in the description below. However, it's going to focus. Yes, find him on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and at the link below to go to the Beer Man channel of YouTube. This seems like a very interesting beer and one that I'm looking extremely forward to trying. It was canned on the 10th of June, 2020. Pretty fresh beer, distributed only in the Pacific Northwest. I don't know if that's going to focus or not. Nope. This is the Fort George 3-way IPA, and the information I gather is that this is going to be a New England style of IPA, and it's a collaboration between 3 different breweries. It says on the can, this limited edition seasonal is a collaboration, and that's between Structures Brewing, Level Beer, and Fort George. This is a 7.2% alcohol by volume beer, and I love this Rampage arcade style looking can and art design. Pretty cool. The Fort George Brewery is located in Astoria, Oregon, and the website says that this is Fort George's 3-way IPA has become a signal to start the summer. Once a year, Fort George extends an invitation to 2 breweries chosen for their mastery in the art of IPAs. And built on a structurally sound foundation of Pilsner malt, spelt, and flaked oats, and dry hopped with ridiculous levels of Simcoe, Azeka, Citra, and Chinook hops, this juicy beast is coming to crush your summer. What else do they say? They talk about the beer's flavor, but I'll get into that in the review. And 2020's 3-way IPA is a collaboration with a Level Beer of Portland, Oregon, and Structures Brewing out of Bellingham, Washington. They are available, the 3-way IPA. This one's available between June and September. So I don't know what the ratings for the beer are, actually, but I'll give you mine. And I will put it in a Teku glass from the Treehouse Brewing Company. So once again, thank you to beer community legend Beer Man for sending me so far really great, awesome, amazing beers from the state of Oregon that otherwise I would have no access to. Again, I really, really appreciate that, Beer Man. So this looks pretty lemony yellow and very, very, very chill hazed in the glass on camera. However, this is pretty bright. Well, kind of a darker orange color on my end of the screen, and it's got an extremely bone white looking head. So, with some small and medium style bubbles. And I'm not getting a whole bunch of sediment yet, but maybe it's down in the bottom of the can. I don't know. The nose on the 3-way IPA smells like a really good Trillium. It smells like a really good Treehouse style New England IPA. It's got fresh pineapple, fresh grapefruit. There's a lemony kind of note to it. There's that Pilsner crackery malty note in there. It's got a little bit of the bubblegum yeast, but it's not overly intense in that regard. There's a little bit of the 7.2, but it's not very large. I am getting a oily, resinous sort of a dank, that onion garlic kind of a note to it. And that's really about it. Maybe there's almost like a berry note. I know they're not using the mosaic that gives it that, but maybe there's a blueberry in there. There's a lot of orange juice. So, you know what? Let's dive right into it. Three-way IPA. Cheers. Ooh, that's very nice. It's got a nice silky mouthfeel from the flaked oats that they're using. It's very dry, very clean. I'm definitely getting like an orange juicy flavor at the end, almost like an unsweetened orange juice, if that were to make any sense. But yeah, tons of grapefruit, tons of pineapple in that one. There's that crackery, pilsnery malt in the background. I'm not getting so much I guess I am before it goes to the orange. I am getting that yeast strain. I am getting some of that little funky bubble gumminess to it. I'm definitely getting the Chinook hops. I'm definitely getting a somewhat of a piney, resinous quality. It's not hugely sticky on the mouthfeel or anything like that. Cheers to Tyler Mansell. Cheers to Simon Smith. There's definitely like a milky texture on that as it's drying. Or actually, it's got a milky kind of a texture to it the whole way through, to be completely honest. It's a straight up medium, maybe medium to full, but for what I'm tasting, I'm going to go with a straight up medium body on that. Let's see if we agitated any sediment chunks into the glass. I don't see any there. So yeah, straight up medium body. It's moderately carbonated. There's not a huge amount of an effervescence to it, but it's not flat. So moderately effervescent and carbonated. Crisp. It's very clean, and it is refreshing for what it is. I am getting a little bit of a bite from the 2%, but not much of that at all. Mouthfeel is doing the job. This is very reminiscent to the namesake Treehouse beers. It's reminding me of the haze from Treehouse. So go back onto my channel, look for haze. It's reminding me just of that, but with a slightly smaller body and not the same alcohol presence. However, that beer didn't have much of an alcohol presence to really speak of, and that was an 8% double. So good job on that, Treehouse. Yeah, almost like an orange Julius towards the end of that sip. And really amazing lacing. This is a pretty amazing beer. I would be happy giving this I'll give it a 95. This is really, really, really stupidly good. I really enjoy this. If there was a way, maybe I'm getting more bitterness at the end in the back of the throat. I don't know what the IBUs are. They don't list them. Maybe that's where I'm getting some, what I would call like the alcohol flavor. So if they could work out a way to even smooth that out even further, that would be really great, but they don't have to do it. That's just my personal preference. That's why I'm giving it a 95. A most excellent, excellent beer. And I'm definitely getting, now that the palate is dry, it's a little cotton mouthy, not too bad. And there's definitely a little bit of a chalkiness to the flavor in that beer, but not really that bad or anything. Yeah. Left with the piney resin and a little bit of a chalky note. So that's kind of a cool beer. That would be the alcohol thing, or that sharp bitterness and that chalky mouthfeel, or the only things I would recommend that get tweaked in a recipe for 2021. But otherwise, 95, excellent, excellent beer. Thank you once again, Beer Man. I am saddened by the fact that this beer is now gone and no more beers are left. There we go. No more beers are left from Beer Man. Thank you very much, sir. 3-way IPA, 95. Amazing beer. Until next time, keep tasting those great beers. Cheers, and we'll see you soon.